Hi, welcome to Medical Terminology. This is Courtney Offman. I am one of the instructors who teaches this course. We just want to do a quick little demonstration to kind of help you get started in the course to make sure that you are successful. The first thing you want to do is log into your course and go to the Start Here folder. Your first assignments, you will join your instructor's Remind course and make sure to send them a message with your name and that you are acknowledging that you are supposed to send your instructor a message. Each instructor will have their own code listed in your Blackboard course, so just make sure that you look for your Remind app instruction to contact them. Remind is the primary way that your instructor wants to communicate with you. Sometimes Blackboard does not notify the instructor, so the Remind app is your to-go-to and your quickest way to get in touch with your instructor to make sure that you get a response. Okay. The second thing that you're going to do is the All About Me discussion. This is normally due, depending if you're an 8 or a 16-week course. In the 8-week course, it's due the second day of the class by midnight. And if you're in a 16-week course, it's generally due by the end of the week. Just make sure that you check the due date in your Blackboard. Since the very first assignment is due by the second day of the course, you want to make sure that you log in and complete that as soon as possible because you have to respond to some of your classmates. Okay, so you have to have your responses of your classmates by the due date as well. Okay, you want to make sure whenever you're looking at your discussion post that you come in and look at your rubric for your discussion post. That way you get the full amount of points possible. And you'll just click on these little arrows to kind of drop it down to see in each category the breakdown of the points. All other discussion posts will be due on Sunday. You'll want to check your instructor's instructions, but if you have me, your initial response is due by Wednesday during that week, and then your response to your classmates are due by Sunday. Okay, so it's a two-part part to the discussion post. So Wednesday is your initial post, and then you have to have your responses to your classmates done by Sunday at midnight. The next thing that you'll want to look at is your syllabus and course information. The syllabus, you'll want to make sure that you have a copy of this, and you'll want to read this entire thing, but I'm just going to go to your schedule inside your syllabus. This will tell you each week what chapters are due and what you need to do. Okay, this is an 8-week course, so things move a little bit faster. So make sure that you are looking at that. Everything besides that first week is due on Sundays by 11:59. You will complete things in Blackboard and also the Medical Language Lab, which I will show you how to get access to that. This chapter outcomes will tell you in each chapter what you should get out of each chapter and be able to know or learn after completing that chapter. These are two tools that we recommend that you print off or definitely look at. In each chapter, it will tell you what your assignments are, what your graded assignments are, and then what exams you need to take. So this is just like a little check-off sheet tool that we have provided for you. This one is just a condensed version of this one, okay? In the etiquette and technical skills, we want to remind you that you should be using proper terms and not using slang and interacting professionally with your classmates and instructors. We also have 2 resources available to you is tutor.com and the Writing Studio. You get a free resource offered by Kilgore College. I believe you get 4 free hours of tutoring, and there is a medical terminology section that you can go in and help get extra tutoring. So I've provided those links there for you. The next number 4, this is how you get into your FA Davis site, okay? So if you click on number 4 here, if you are more of a visual person or like to follow along as I'm showing you, this is a step-by-step PDF with pictures that kind of tell you what steps to complete. So that is there for you for an extra resource. But I'm going to go ahead and walk you through it real quick. You will just click on the red shelf course materials. If this does not pop up or you get a white screen, make sure your pop-up blocker is turned off. You clear your cache and cookies. You must use a laptop. Do not use an iPad, iPhone, Safari. That will not work for your very first attempt to get into the course. You must use a laptop. Okay, You will not have all of these textbooks. I just teach a lot of med terms, so I have a lot of sections. But you will find your red book that says medical terminology, and you will click on this. Sometimes it takes a little bit for it to open, just kind of give it a second. Whenever this comes up, you want to drag it down to the very bottom here where it says book. This is how you can go to your ebook on VitalSource to see the entire book. To get access into the platform where you're going to complete your assignments, you're going to click on this area that says courseware, and it's going to come up, and you're going to copy this code here. You can just click this little button, and it's going to say that it's copied. Okay, you don't need to do this part right now. You just want to copy that code. If you are trying to do this and it's saying you need to enter your class code or course ID, you are not following the correct steps. Okay, you should not get that prompt. If you are and you can't figure out why, just reach out to your instructor and they can walk you through it. Now we're going to go to the content folder. If you click on the Module 1 folder, you will find PowerPoints for extra resources. Anything with backpacks or with the X check mark, these are your assignments in F.A. Davis. Okay, so in this course, you'll have assignments on F.A. Davis and then also Blackboard. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, we're going to click on the pre-test. This is a non-graded assignment. This is just to kind of make sure that you can get into the course perfectly fine and kind of give yourself where are you at the beginning of this course. Now at the end, we expect you to score good on your post-test, but pre-test, we know that you're coming into this course and do not have the knowledge yet, so don't freak out on your score. Okay. If you enroll, whenever you open it up, yours may not go directly to this. Okay. It will say enter your access code. That's when you paste the code that we had done previously on the other screen. If it asks you for an email, please enter your Kilgore email address. That will sync it to Blackboard. If you use a personal email address, it's not going to work appropriately. Okay, so make sure if it asks for an email, you enter your Kilgore email. If you are getting asked for a course ID or class ID, that is not the correct steps. Reach out to your instructor. Okay, this is telling you your percentage complete. You haven't taken your pre-test yet. Yours may be a little bit different, but there should be like something that can start here, or you can click on this pre-test, but since I'm an instructor, my view is a little bit different. You'll just come in and continue to questions, and then you will take your pre-test. It's 80 questions. Like I said, it's not graded. It's just to make sure that you can get into the system and you kind of play with it. Okay. Now, you need to go back to your Module 1 folder, and then this is where your graded assignments start. Okay, so we're going to start this very first week. You will have 3 chapters that you must do. Okay, so the very first chapter is just basic elements of a word. You'll just hit launch. If you hit launch and it doesn't pop up, make sure your pop-up blocker is off. Okay, when this screen pops up, it's very important. Okay, here's your due date. Percent complete. This is how much of the assigned assignments have you completed. It is not your grade. Okay, so if you've only done half of your assignments, it'll say 50%. Like I said, that's not your grade. That means that you need to continue working until you have 100% so you know that you have done everything that you were assigned. Okay, whenever you come in, read will take you directly to the chapter that you clicked in. There are interactive exercises in the textbook, but they are not graded. So if you find that you are doing them and you think that you're in the right spot, but no grades are going to Blackboard, that means that you're in your textbook, and that's not a graded thing. Okay. Watch is a video lecture of the material. Okay. That's non-graded, but recommended that you watch. These next 4 things are graded. Critical listening, response, and practice you're able to redo until you're happy with your grade. And then the review option, you only get 1 attempt. When you click into critical listening, you have 4 exercises for this very first chapter. You will click into it. This one that plays like a little audio for you, and then you go answer questions about it. Okay. I'm just going to click some answers real quick so I know that these are not correct. But I want to point out something to you real quick. Okay, this is going to pop up. Make sure you read it. Selecting review. will let you see your results and what you got right and what you got wrong. And it will allow you to redo it and correct the wrong answers. Okay. Once you're happy with your corrected score, then you would hit submit. Once you hit submit, your grade is locked in and unable to change. So as long as you're hitting review, you can redo it as many times as you want to get a better score. But once you hit submit, your grade is locked and you're unable to increase or change that score. So that's very important for you guys to realize the difference between review and submit. And it always gives you like a little disclaimer up here. Okay. I'm just going to go back to the assignments real quick. Like I said, graded critical listening, response. This one only has 2. Practice has several. Okay, so make sure you go in and do that. These 3 things are able to be done as many times as you want until you hit submit. Review is a one and done. Once you take it, it is complete. Okay, so once you have 100%, you'll go back to Blackboard and then complete the next chapters that are assigned. Okay. Like I said, anything with a backpack or X check mark, these are in F.A. Davis. Anything with a paper with just lines, these are your exams that you must take in Blackboard. So in Blackboard, what will be completed will be your chapter exams, your discussion posts, your midterm, and your final. Everything else will be done in F.A. Davis. So there are 2 platforms that you are using to complete your assignments. So chapter exams, discussion posts, midterm, and final are all done in Blackboard. Everything else is done in F.A. Davis. Okay. When it comes to midterm and final, you will find a folder to click in to get to those exams. Okay. In this course, you can work ahead as far as you want. You just have to make sure that there are weekly deadlines. So you cannot wait to the end of the course and start back and do the entire course. There are weekly deadlines that you have to reach, but you are allowed to work ahead as far as you would like. Okay, so just make sure that you are going in and looking at your discussion post rubrics, like I said, to make sure that you're getting the most points that possible. You are making your initial discussion post by Wednesday and responding to your classmates by by Sunday. Okay. If you have any problems accessing your F.A. Davis or you want to verify that you are in the correct spot, just send your instructor a message and they can troubleshoot with you. The common things that I see in this course is that the pop-up blocker is not turned off. And then also whenever you go into F.A. Davis, a lot of students will get this confused whenever this percent complete comes up. They think that this is their grade, but it's not. This is saying how much of the work is completed. Okay. Your grades will sync to Blackboard throughout the week. So as you're doing it, say you're 50% through and you have scored a 100, it will show a 100. But if you do not complete the remaining assignments after that due date, zeros will be applied and your grade will change in Blackboard. So it's very important that you make it to a 100% to make sure that everything has been done so you have 0 zeros applied. Okay. And then make sure that you're hitting the review button on all your assignments until you're happy with your score. And at that point, you will then hit submit. If you have any questions, it's better to reach out to your instructor before or the day of the deadline of your assignment so they can help you troubleshoot. And I just hope that you guys have a wonderful course.